What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Travis. This is TWA Motorsports, and today I'm sure you guys think I'm absolutely nuts, but yes, we did buy another project. And before I get into what it is and talk about what we're going to do with it, I would like to say a couple things. First of all, it looks like down in the comments section you guys are dropping a lot of comments about you have a Trans Am project, you have a Camaro project, you have a truck project. And so what I would like is for you guys to send me pictures of that. I would like to include that on some of my videos. So if I'm doing a Trans Am or a Camaro project, a F-body project, I would like to put a clip of your car in the end of each one of my videos. So what I would ask is if you can at least send me your first name, the state that you're in, and maybe a picture or two, or even an idle clip. It doesn't matter to me. Send them to twamotorsports@hotmail.com, or you can hit me up on Instagram. It is at TWA Motorsports. But the other thing is I want to say thanks to all you guys that send the awesome compliments. It is awesome to hear from you guys when you go down there and say, hey, you're doing a great job, it's looking really good. That keeps me inspired to make more videos, guys, and I absolutely love those comments. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for posting stuff like that. I know sometimes you guys probably don't want to watch or put up with truck content if you're F-body people, or you don't want to watch F-body stuff if you're a Corvette guy, and so on and so forth. So I do appreciate the comments, even when it's not something that you're maybe interested in. I absolutely love when you guys reach out and let me know that stuff. So let's take a look at what I bought. It is a 2002 GMC Sierra, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna let this car go by because it's gonna be kind of noisy. Anyway, 2002 GMC Sierra, and I know my dandelions are out of control. They screwed up my road with this gas line that they ran. They're supposed to be coming out and fixing this, but normally my yard doesn't look this tacky. But this was owned by an older gentleman, and you can tell, and I'll show you some of the paint issues here in just a second, but I love this color green. You guys, as you guys know, that I had a green four-wheel drive regular cab that I sold, and we'll talk about the reasons I sold it here in just a second. But I absolutely love this color. Let me know in the comments if you guys like this color, but to me it is just one of my favorite colors, and I love these short bed trucks. When I actually purchased that one, it was a newer body style, so it had the newer front end, and I just like this front end better. If you look at these from the side, a side profile, this one's kind of flat and the newer ones kind of poke out, and I don't know, I just like the look of this better. So some of the plans for this truck, of course, you know, we're gonna slam it. This one's two-wheel drive, the other one was four-wheel drive. We could have slammed it, but they just don't ride quite as good. The four-wheel drives don't on these body styles anyway, lowered. So we are going to slam this truck, probably a 5.7 drop. Obviously we're gonna do wheels and tires when we do that. We got to replace the headlights. We're going to replace this bumper cap. The front bumper has a ding in it. We're going to replace the front bumper, but this bumper cap, I'm going to replace it with a paintable one. The hood, this is, guys, if you let bird crap sit on your car, this is what happens. The paint goes away. It etches through the paint. We're going to completely paint the hood. We're probably going to blend it into the fender so we can catch some of these scratches that are in the fender. A lot of this stuff will buff out. Of course, we're going to debadge it. We are going to get different mirrors. We are going to get different door handles that are paint to match. The biggest issue is we are getting rid of this ugly topper. I just hate it. I hate the look of it. I don't like it. The clear's peeling on the top of it. It's coming off. That'll probably be one of the first things. Of course, I've got a window tinting appointment already set up. You guys know that I tint everything, so that will be one of the first things I've got or get accomplished, other than taking the cap off. This looks like the guy that I bought it from, he was kind of a wholesaler type guy, and he said that this was an older gentleman, so I think he had issues pulling it in and out of his garage. You can see that we're going to have to address this dent in the bedside, and the paint's gone, but that whole bedside will probably be painted. Some of the other things we're going to be doing, the bumper is kind of messed up here. We're going to replace the rear bumper, and of course I'm going to take you guys along on that journey with me, all these things that I'm going to be doing. New tail lights. I'm going to shave the door handle. I'm going to shave, if you guys don't know, on the top side, let me see if I can open this. On the top side of these tailgates, there's actually holes, because on the Chevy version of these, there's riv nuts that bolt this down. So I'm going to have those shaved as well, so this will be completely smooth, and the handle will be on the inside, so you won't have to worry about seeing anything on the back other than the bumper. And the same thing kind of continues on this side. There's a few scratches. A lot of these will buff out, and we'll kind of see when we get the cap off how the bed rail looks. I think there's a piece of foam in there, so I think it's going to look pretty good. But let's talk about one of the reasons I sold my other truck. So the other truck was a work truck, so it didn't have carpet. This truck has carpet, and sorry, it needs to be vacuumed. I haven't even washed this truck yet. I've driven it for about a week, haven't washed it, vacuumed it, anything. It is pretty clean on the inside, other than it just needs vacuumed and some dust knocked out of some vents and stuff like that. But the interior was well taken care of. The seats look great. And like I was going to say earlier, one of the main things that I like about this truck over the work truck is the carpet, obviously, which I could have put in the other truck, but the seats. These seats are so comfortable in comparison to those other ones. They were like sitting in a burlap sack. It was so uncomfortable. I don't know if they use different foam in these seats. These are just way more manageable. Like I said, I've driven it for a week and I absolutely love the way it rides. But as far as interior goes, guys, it is it's pretty plain Jane. There's not a whole lot in here. It is a crank window truck, a manual lock truck, and that is something we might do. It is pretty easy to put the factory components in as far as power locks, power windows. So that may be something that we address down the road, but that's going to be quite a ways. There's a lot of other stuff that I want to get accomplished first, as far as like the way the truck looks and the way it handles and drives, and obviously the lowering the wheels. All that stuff's going to happen before I get into something like that. The other thing is it does have an aftermarket radio in there, and I'm not real sure that it's mounted real great. And look how far it sticks out of the dash. It just looks absolutely ridiculous. So we will be fixing that. That will be one of the things we are fixing. As far as drivetrain, guys, this is probably going to be a big bummer to you, and we may address this down the road, I'm not sure, but it is a 6-cylinder automatic. So 4.3 automatic. It gets decent mileage. Actually, it doesn't get quite as good as my red truck here, which is kind of surprising, but we may address some of those issues. So I'm sure that it's never had a tune-up. It's got a little over 100,000 miles on it. I don't know that it's had a tune-up. I don't know that it's had a fuel filter, anything. I don't know if any of that stuff's been done. So that's something that we are going to address. I think that we should be getting around 20 to 21. Let me know in the comments if you guys have one of these in a 4.3, what you think the mileage should be. But I'm pretty sure in the past ones that I've had, I've got around 21, 20, something like that. But guys, we have a ton of projects, obviously, and we are adding this other one. I'm not doing this to not work on the Trans Am. I'm not doing it to not work on the Camaro. I just wanted a short bed truck, and this one came up. It was the color I wanted. I didn't care about the engine. That may be something we swap down the road anyway, but obviously we still have the red truck, and it is looking really nasty right now with all the pollen falling off the trees. But guys, we are not going to stop the F-body content. We are not going to stop the truck content. We are not going to stop the Cadillac, the Corvette, any of that stuff. We're not stopping any of that. So we are just adding some more variety to it. I thought it'd be kind of cool because this is a relatively cheap truck that you can pick up. Anybody can do this. One of the reasons you're probably looking around like, why would you buy such a scratched up one? I will take scratched any day over rusted, because these trucks are really well known for rusting on the bottom rockers here, especially the extended cabs, the cab corners, and the most common issue is right here above the bed. They rust really bad because people don't clean out from behind. This truck has been, other than the scratches and that ding on that other side, it has been really well taken care of as far as being washed and kept up with. It has not been driven in any bad weather. So, like I said, I will take a scratched up truck any day over a rusty truck. This is something, like I said, it will be a cool project. I'm kind of like the poor Tavarish in the fact that I buy these cheap cars. Tavarish buys $80,000 Lamborghinis. I don't have that kind of money, so especially to buy a wrecked or torn up car. So this I thought would be kind of a cool project that anybody can do. A kid could do this as far as like budget little items at a time, and that's what we'll be working on, just little items at a time. And like I said, I'm not dropping any of the TA content. I know a lot of you guys are really hyped about that. So guys, if you like this video, if you like this new truck, please smash that thumbs up button. Of course, like I talked about in the first of the video, if you guys are interested in sending me some pictures of your projects, I would love to see them. I'll, like I said, hit me up at twmotorsports@hotmail.com, or on Instagram, it's at twmotorsports, guys. If you're not subscribed, please go down there, smash that subscribe button. While you're down there, make sure you ring that little bell icon. That way you're notified every time we drop a new video. And, well, stay tuned because we have a ton of stuff, a jam-packed agenda of stuff to do on all these cars.